Wayne Carini, an adept car restoration expert and popular TV personality, is best known for his hosting role in Chasing Classic Cars. Fasten your seatbelt as we discover some of these rare masterpieces, which include the 1952 Muntz Jet and the irresistible 1937 Bugatti 57S. Wayne Carini is known for his passionate and hands-on approach to life and work. He's a true car enthusiast who thrives on the thrill of restoring rare classic automobiles, pouring his heart and expertise into each project. And he didn't start his trade yesterday. Wayne learned many of the things he knows today from his father, who earned a living from restoring cars from a tender age. Of course, the memories of the sweet old days have never left Wayne's brain, and he has a vivid collection of the first car he ever worked on. One of his unique characteristics is his deep commitment to craftsmanship, and he often immerses himself in the stories behind the cars he restores. Outside of his professional world, Wayne enjoys spending time with his family and embracing the simple pleasures in life, such as quiet moments in nature. He's down-to-earth, approachable, and exudes a genuine love for his work, making him pretty relatable to his fans and car aficionados. In addition to his patient nature, his relentless pursuit of perfection has earned him respect and admiration within the automotive community. Stay tuned till the end as we uncover the masterpieces that have gone through Wayne's magical hands. First on our list is the 1952 Muntz Jet. After acquiring the car from a collector in Phoenix, Arizona, Wayne was convinced it needed his touch to restore it to a more visually appealing masterpiece. Freddie Martin, a big band leader who previously owned the car, had already employed the services of renowned car customizer Joe Balin to modify it, meaning it required minimal restoration. Once the car was under his name, Wayne transported it to a shop in Portland, Connecticut, where he and his team undertook a meticulous restoration to prepare it for the prestigious Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance. If you've watched Chasing Classic Cars, then you know Wayne is passionate about classic cars and exhibitions and would give anything to attend these events. So to prepare the vehicle for the event, the entire team aimed to maintain the vehicle's original spirit, but still bringing it back to its former glory. The restoration was a complex process as they had to address the car's aging bodywork and mechanical components carefully. Wayne's team worked on rejuvenating the fiberglass body, sourcing original parts, and ensuring the V8 engine ran smoothly. Additionally, attention was given to the vehicle's distinctive details, such as its unique dashboard and trim pieces, which had to be faithfully restored. Out of his dedication, Wayne ensured the Muntz Jet retained its historical significance while becoming a roadworthy masterpiece once again. This restoration solidified the Muntz Jet's place in automotive history and solidified Wayne Carini's reputation as a master of rare car restorations. So, how rare is the 1952 Muntz Jet? Approximately 394 Muntz Jets were produced between 1950 and 1954 by the Muntz Car Company, making the car one of the rarest and most sought after. Word on the street has it that only about 200 of these cars exist today, and their price tag of $60,000 means that only a few people can afford them. Some of the Muntz Jet's innovative features include a visually attractive interiors, fiberglass body construction, and a removable hardtop. Just like Wayne Carini's model, many of the other available Muntz Jets have been significantly modified. So original models are pretty rare. Continue watching as we have yet to discover the 1963 Ferrari 250 Berlinetta Lusso, whose restoration took a record 2 years. What's so special about this car? We're about to find out. When Wayne acquired the 1921 Stutz Series K Bearcat in 2015, it had been stored for nearly 8 decades. Can you believe that? And we know you're wondering about the car's condition then. Yes, the car was rusty, but Wayne restored it, preserving its originality and making it roadworthy. In 2016, he consigned the Bearcat to the Bonham's Quail Lodge auction in Carmel, California, where it sold for a whopping $594,000. Under Wayne's restoration expertise, the car has undergone several enhancements to restore it to its original form and ensure it can run smoothly. Knowing the impact of a good engine, Wayne focused on rebuilding the car's powerful 6.3-liter straight-8 engine, which required significant attention to ensure optimal performance. The engine's components, including the valves, pistons, and timing gears, were carefully restored with exacting precision. Additionally, the carburetor and fuel system were cleaned and adjusted to ensure the engine ran efficiently, while the body, built in the classic roadster style, also underwent restoration with special attention to the car's wood framework, which had to be reinforced and preserved. In place of the original leather upholstery, Wayne replaced it with high-quality leather, maintaining the luxury feel of the period. He proceeded to restore the dashboard and instrumentation to mirror their original design, preserving the vintage aesthetic of the Stutz Bearcat. To guarantee reliability and retain the Stutz Series K Bearcat's vintage ride quality, the braking and suspension systems were overhauled. The tires were not left behind. They were carefully selected to replicate the original specifications and ensure the car maintained its period-correct look and performance. Wayne's meticulous approach to the 1921 Stutz Series K Bearcat restoration helped retain the car's classic charm and made it roadworthy for modern use. This combination of authentic restoration and thoughtful modernization made the vehicle a true standout among automotive enthusiasts. Up next is the 1960 Morgan Plus 4 Roadster, an irresistible beauty that made many car collectors and enthusiasts yearn to have in their garages. Thanks to its timeless design, the car was said to have a cult-like following. The story behind its restoration journey is nothing short of amazing. First, the vehicle gained fame after appearing in The War of Roses, a 1989 film. However, during filming, the car was overrun by a GMC Jimmy calling for a restoration process. Bill Caruso would later purchase it, and even though he planned to restore it to its former glory and have it participate in vintage racing, fate had other plans. Caruso passed away before realizing his dream, but his death couldn't stop his vision for the car. Caruso's widow, who worked for Wayne, eventually sold the car to him. To honor Caruso's legacy, Wayne did everything he could to restore the vehicle and fulfill his late friend's aspirations. The restoration process involved meticulous work to address the damage sustained during the film's production. Wayne and his team focused on restoring the car's structural integrity, mechanical components, and aesthetic details to return it to its former glory. The culmination of this effort was revealed when Wayne took the restored Morgan to Lime Rock Park, realizing Caruso's wish to see the car on the track. This restoration was featured in Season 1, Episode 10 of Chasing Classic Cars entitled Wayne Goes Racing, where Carini's dedication to preserving automotive history and honoring a friend's legacy was prominently displayed. We're convinced everyone should have a friend like Wayne. Don't you think so? Designed by Pininfarina and built by Scaglietti, the 1972 Ferrari Daytona Spider is a convertible version of the iconic Daytona Coupe. Only 121 factory Spider versions were produced, making an exceptionally rare and coveted model. Powered by a 4.4-liter V12 engine delivering 352 horsepower, it could reach a top speed of 174 miles per hour, cementing its status as one of the fastest cars of its era. Did you know that the name Daytona is actually the car's nickname? It earned it from Ferrari's 1-2-3 victory at the 1967 24 Hours of Daytona. Wayne acquired the 1972 Ferrari Daytona Spider in 2008, and the acquisition was featured in Herb's Ferrari season of Chasing Classic Cars, where Wayne learned comprehensive details about it. When Wayne discovered the Daytona Spider through a private sale in Denver, Colorado, it was in a deplorable state, but he was committed to restoring it to its original state, complete with its copper gold paint and a convertible top. Previously, the car had been owned by Herb Chambers, a renowned automotive dealer. In addition to the aesthetic problems, the vehicle had mechanical matters that needed to be addressed. After thoroughly inspecting the car's condition, Wayne and his team resolved to restore its engine to maintain its original high performance. Top on their list was addressing the ignition system and carburetors to restore them to factory settings. The bodywork was also a key aspect of the restoration, with its distinctive shape and curves requiring careful attention to its fiberglass body, which was checked for imperfections or damage. After ensuring the structural integrity, the car was repainted in its original color to restore its stunning appearance. The interior was not left out either, and the team went ahead and refurbished the dashboard and upholstery, bringing the car back to its luxurious and classic Ferrari look. Thanks to Wayne's passion for preserving rare vehicles and attention to detail, the 1972 Ferrari Daytona Spider's restoration was a success. Stick around, because we've got some surprise masterpieces in store that you won't want to miss. Now, let's dive into the 1937 Bugatti 57S, produced by Bugatti, a legendary French automaker. This model is a masterpiece of pre-war engineering, and only 42 units were built, making it very rare and highly sought after. Powered by a 3.3-liter straight-8 engine, the 57S could reach speeds of over 120 miles an hour. Are you ready for some fun facts about the car? The 57S is often regarded as one of the most beautiful cars ever created, thanks to its sleek aerodynamic design by Jean Bugatti. It's also famous for its advanced suspension system, which was years ahead of its time. And get this, the famous Atalante body style was one of the most iconic versions, often seen as the epitome of luxury and performance. So what did Wayne do to make this beauty roadworthy again? The restoration started with a deep dive into the heart of the car, the engine. The Bugatti 57S's 3.3-liter straight-8 engine needed a complete rebuild, and Wayne's team worked meticulously, dismantling the engine piece by piece and restoring each component to its original glory. And guess what? This engine wasn't just any engine. It delivered impressive performance and featured dual overhead camshafts. It was also paired with a twin carburetor setup combining power, precision, and smoothness. In a significant display of his restoration precision, Wayne returned every detail from the carburetor to the ignition system to factory specs. But the engine was just the tip of the iceberg. The bodywork was where the real magic happened. Seeing that this 57S had suffered over the years and required meticulousness to bring it back, the aluminum and steel bodywork was carefully repaired, reshaped, and restored without overlooking any detail. Now, let's discuss the interior. Restoring the dashboard upholstery and finishes was no easy feat, but Wayne was not about to give up. The team sourced original materials to match the elegance of the 1930s. Just nothing but the best for this classic. By the time Wayne and his team were done with the restoration, the Bugatti 57S was back in action like it had never left the roads, and drive like a dream it did. Every screw, bolt, and detail mattered to make the transformation awe-inspiring. Want to see more insane restorations? This Bugatti's story isn't just about a car. It's about craftsmanship, dedication, and the pure joy of restoring a true work of art. Don't change that channel yet, because the best is yet to come. Alright, gearheads, it's time to travel back to 1933 and talk about one of the most opulent, jaw-dropping cars ever made, the Duesenberg SJ long wheelbase. This isn't just an ordinary car, it's a statement that screams, "I've arrived." The SJ was the brainchild of the Duesenberg brothers and was built to outclass anything on the road. Equipped with a supercharged inline 8 engine, it cranked out an insane 320 horsepower. And get this, back in the 30s, it could hit 140 miles an hour. Yes, you heard that right. Faster than most cars could dream of decades later. But performance wasn't the only flex. The SJ cost the startling $18,000, which today translates to over $400,000. Only the richest of the rich could afford one. Think Hollywood stars, oil tycoons, and royalty. Each SJ was custom built, featuring extravagant designs from the top coach builders of the day. And those lines? Pure Art Deco elegance. So here's the kicker. Owning an SJ wasn't just about luxury. It was like being the talk of the town. Whether cruising down Sunset Boulevard or roaring across open roads, the SJ was the ultimate dream machine. Honestly, it still is. Found in a Georgia barn after 30 years, this luxury roadster required new paint and materials to restore its elegance and performance, a craft that Wayne excels in. Picture this, Wayne Carini, the legendary car whisperer, walks into a barn, and right there, a 1933 Duesenberg SJ long wheelbase, forgotten, dusty, and begging for a second life. This wasn't just any restoration job, though. Wayne was dealing with an automotive unicorn. The SJ's 320 horsepower supercharged inline 8 engine and Art Deco design made it a literal masterpiece of its time. But when Wayne found it, it was a shadow of its former glory. It was rusty, had faded paint, and a few missing pieces. Wayne dove right in, sourcing impossibly rare parts and consulting old coach builder records to ensure every detail was perfect. What challenges did he face along the way? Restoring the supercharger, the beating heart of the SJ's unparalleled power. Wayne's team spent months tuning it to sound just like it did in 1933. After years of meticulous work, the SJ rolled out of Wayne's shop and looked like it had just left the Duesenberg factory. And when it fired up for the first time, pure magic. You may not believe this, but that car later won Best in Class at Pebble Beach, proving Wayne had restored history. Thanks for sticking with us to this point. We're minutes away from revealing the best vehicle Wayne has ever restored. But first, let's get into the 1949 Buick Roadmaster. This car was known for its sleek sweep spear chrome trim and imposing waterfall grille. This ride screamed post-war optimism. However, its Dynaflow automatic transmission was the real charm, offering a smooth, jet-like ride that felt futuristic. And here's the twist. The Roadmaster became a Hollywood icon after co-starring with Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise in Rain Man as the unforgettable cross-country cruiser. Buick sold over 150,000 Roadmasters in 1949, proving it wasn't just famous, it was the ride everyone dreamed of owning. Wayne's love for classics led him to a 1949 Buick Roadmaster tucked in a collector's garage. The car was in near-mint condition, and with his signature charm and keen eye, Wayne struck a deal, knowing this post-war beauty deserved the spotlight. He transformed it just in time to showcase it at a local concourse event, where, as expected, it stole the show. So how did Wayne do it? When he rolled the 1949 Buick Roadmaster into his shop, his focus was more on honoring its cinematic legacy and the cause of autism awareness than it was on restoration. Even though the Roadmaster already had a few good bones, Wayne wanted perfection. Guess what he did first? He revived the iconic Dynaflow automatic transmission that buttery smooth ride Buick fans like to rave about. Next, Wayne tackled the signature sweep spear chrome trim. Hours of polishing and detailing restored the curves to their original Art Deco glory. Inside, the plush interior received a complete makeover with period-correct fabrics and details that scream 1949 luxury. But the real showstopper? Wayne gave the engine a full rebuild, tuning the straight-8 powerhouse to purr like a dream. Every detail, from the two-tone paint job to the wide white walls, was painstakingly crafted to factory-perfect specs. Here's the kicker. When Wayne unveiled the restored Roadmaster at a concourse event, it drew crowds and took home a Best in Show award. That's right, a car that once cruised America's highway was now stealing hearts decades later. Stunning, right? The 1931 Cadillac Series 355A was a true gem of the Depression era. This luxury ride featured a 5.8-liter V8 engine delivering a smooth 95 horsepower, a big deal back then. Its sleek aerodynamic styling and classic flying lady hood ornaments screamed elegance. Here's a fun fact. The Series 355A was one of the first Cadillacs to offer synchronized mesh transmission, making gear shifts smoother than ever. Despite difficult economic times, Cadillacs sold thousands, proving that luxury never goes out of style, even in a downturn. Wayne Carini took on the challenge of restoring a 1931 Cadillac Series 355A, and trust me, it was no small feat. Best believe this beauty had seen better days, with faded paint, worn interiors, and an engine that hadn't roared in decades. First, Wayne dismantled the 5.8-liter V8 engine, giving it a complete makeover and bringing it back to life. Restoration of the bodywork was next. The sleek lines and chrome detailing were meticulously revived, returning to the glamour of the early 1930s. He then sourced era-correct fabrics and materials to restore the plush interior. The synchronized mesh transmission was another critical focus, ensuring the car shifted as smoothly as it did the first time it left the factory. When the car was unveiled after complete restoration, it looked stunning, attracted the attention of car collectors and enthusiasts, and solidified it as a masterpiece reborn. So crisp was the restored car that it was auctioned for $132,000 at the RM Sotheby's Fort Lauderdale event in 2014. Up next is the long-awaited masterpiece. But first, the 1959 Stanguellini Monoposto Formula Junior. What made this car special, you may ask? It was a fast, light, yet agile machine built for the early days of Formula Junior racing. It delivered nimble handling that allowed drivers to push the limits thanks to its 1.1-liter engine. Its lightweight, minimalist design made it one of the most successful entries in the series. The Stanguellini didn't just race, it won with multiple victories in European competitions. This car defined the golden era of junior racing and set the stage for future legends. When Wayne Carini stumbled upon the 1959 Stanguellini, he immediately knew it was a gem. After a quick negotiation, he added it to his collection, ready to give it some TLC and restore and relive its glory days on the track. He rebuilt the 1.1-liter engine, keeping the original parts where possible and sourcing the rare components that made this car a beast on the track. Every piece was stripped, cleaned, and brought back to life. For the bodywork, Wayne and his team sanded down the car to restore its sleek, minimalist lines before refinishing it with a period-correct, pure vintage racing style. The interior was restored with classic racing seats and a functional strip-back design. After all that work, the Stanguellini was ready to race again, proving this beauty wasn't just a collector's item, but a speed machine revived. And now, the car we've all been waiting for. One of Ferrari's most luxurious road cars, the 1963 Ferrari 250 Berlinetta Lusso. Every car lover will need to buckle up for this story. The Lusso is built to be both the track star and a grand tourer, combining Ferrari's racing DNA with road-ready elegance. With its 3.0-liter V12 engine, the Lusso hit a top speed of 150, which was indeed insane for its time. Only 350 of these beauties were made, making it ultra-rare and ultra-designable. Pininfarina designed the Lusso and is often considered one of their most stunning creations, with flowing lines and an aggressive stance. The Lusso was also a favorite among Hollywood elites. Even Steve McQueen owned one. The car wasn't just about performance, it was a status symbol. Fast, beautiful, and exclusive, the Ferrari 250 Lusso remains one of the most iconic Ferraris ever made, with a legacy that still turns heads today. Wayne Carini's restoration of the Lusso was no small task. It was a labor of love. When the car rolled into his shop, it had all the right bones, but a few decades of wear and tear needed serious attention. First, Wayne focused on the engine. The 3.0-liter V12 had the heart of a lion, but needed a complete rebuild to return it to its roaring glory. After that, Wayne and his team focused on the body, so every curve and line was carefully restored. For the interior, Wayne sourced quality materials and refinished the leather seats and dashboard, restoring the luxury feel Ferrari was known for. However, finding rare parts that were either custom-made or out of production was the actual challenge. Wayne didn't back down. He hunted them down, bringing the Lusso back to factory settings with incredible precision and attention to detail. After the restoration, this Lusso was a stunning piece of Ferrari history and a road-ready masterpiece. So extensive was the restoration that it took Wayne an entire 2 years to complete, which paid off because the car was later auctioned for $880,000. There you have it, 10 of Wayne Carini's most iconic restoration masterpieces. From classic Ferraris to one-of-a-kind gems, Wayne's passion brings these cars back to life, one stunning detail at a time. Who should we feature next? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more exclusive celebrity car tours. We're committed to releasing 2 videos a week. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more.